Okay, so step 2 of the consent enforcement process is one of the most important ones, and this is called the teachable moment. So where the teachable moment was birthed from was people coming to bed and asking us, what's the line? Is it when someone hugs someone else? Is it when they grab somebody's ass? Or is it when they rape somebody? And realistically, outside of the legal definition of rape and sexual assault, the boundaries are something that the individual has the body autonomy to define. We can't tell someone else what their line is any more than you can tell me what mine is. So when it comes to the teachable moment, what we're doing as consent ambassadors and as camp leads is we're supporting other people that maybe can't verbalize the boundary. So the teachable moment is verbalizing the boundary, whether that be you or whether that be you as a leader who has already given a hey, how's it going? And you're feeling that something is going on that's wrong.
That spidey sense.
Right.
It's that feeling that you get in your gut when something just doesn't seem right. You really got to learn to trust that. Had another example to give, to share. At the end of the night, when people are leaving, going home, and you're checking, making sure people are with the appropriate people, trust that vibe, trust that sense. Ask those questions. Hey, who is this individual you're going home with? Because 9 times out of 10, they should say that person's name. But there have been situations where somebody is too intoxicated and somebody's taking advantage of them. And my job has always been find out, make sure that people are getting home safe. They're with the appropriate people they should be with, their loved ones, people that they care with, their crew, their tribe. Those situations can happen, so you want to make sure that you are checking to make sure that those individuals are with the right people, because we have had it happen.
Yeah, and intervening in that way and also verbalizing the boundary of like, this person is too fucked up to go home with you right now. Legally, you can't consent when somebody is not sober. So the risks that we have at Burning Man, because people, let's be real, are drinking and doing drugs, you legally can't consent. So when it comes to the risk of drugs and alcohol, some people may act more sexual than they normally do, where the next day they might not like the decision that they made. And that's a big risk for potentially you going out and having sex with someone who's obliterated. There's a word for that, and it is called rape. So when you're stopping somebody who is going into a situation of potentially having sex with somebody who is too inebriated to consent, what we're doing is protecting both parties. Just wait until the person is safe enough to make a sober decision when it comes to consenting to sex.
Exactly.
Once we've laid that line in the sand, we don't want to just leave people hanging, so we ask them the question, do you want the opportunity to talk about consent in our culture here at Burn? They totally have the autonomy to say yes or no. The discourse, Bureau of Erotic Discourse, is so empowering when people actually have that opportunity to have a back and forth about consent with you, because most of the time in the default world, that's not the opportunity that we get to have. And this is where the real change behavior can come from. The teachable moment isn't always just rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes the teachable moment is someone doesn't want to learn about consent, and they potentially are going to do whatever you had to approach them for that teachable moment again. So the teachable moment could be, I'm telling you, this is what the boundary is here within our camp, and I'm letting you know we don't do this twice, so if I have to tell you again, I'm going to remove you. When it comes to the teachable moment, we don't give 2 teachable moments in one night. So say if your camp is throwing a party and someone is really obliterated and drunk and they're groping on people, you've given them a teachable moment on, hey, consent is something that we enthusiastically follow here at Burning Man, and they do it again. We then go into the last step, which is called removal.
Oh, yeah.